What's going on, guys? We are back today for part 2 of our little virus lockdown sim. We're gonna go check out actually a pond we went to the other day, but I'm bringing the kayak with me this time. We're gonna launch the kayak and we're gonna focus on swim baits today. So I got a different variety and I'm gonna break them out. I'm gonna break them down to you guys when we get there and show you guys what we're working with, and we're gonna give them a throw and see what happens. Haven't never really thrown a bunch of big swim baits in this pond, so it could be a great day, it could be a bad day. We're gonna go give it our best shot though. Okay guys, let's talk setups real quick before we get started out here today. That's not gonna stick there, is it? So, first things first. Right here, it's a little Goo Goo Baits Saucy Swimmer, and I'm throwing that on a, I believe that's a 5 volt flashy. Who makes those hooks? I'm not 100% sure what hook that is. I know it's not the flash bangs. Then our next guy is going to be this little H2O Express, little multi-jointed little sun perch, and that's just a little smaller profile. And now our behemoth we're going to be throwing today is, this is a depths bull shooter. I believe this is the 160 or 180 model, and we're gonna be throwing this guy around a little bit. We're gonna go out here and see if we can't make it any harder on ourselves than I've been making in the last few videos for you guys. So we're gonna go get after it. So a lot of you guys I've heard are enjoying. There's one. Did I miss him? Oh no. Son of a gun. All right, let me back off. Oh, I just had a good bite. So before that, I heard a lot of you guys are enjoying me talking a little bit about what I'm doing, and so basically, if I can get out the tree, I'm taking this bait and all these little cuts into these trees, these little small openings. I'm casting it back there into the back and pulling that bait off of the bank to them. That's just how I've always fished. I do that with pretty much everything that I fish with, unless I'm intentionally fishing deep. That's the second one I've done missed on this bait. I'm doing something wrong. No, my hook is exposed right where it needs to be. Maybe I'm just not letting them eat it long enough. Let me back off a little bit. That one. Finally got one. Ooh, little bitty guy. That's probably why I've been missing. Stop, buddy. So, just a little bitty guy here. It's probably the other ones I've been missing, honestly. They've all probably been about that size. But fish is a fish. Is a fish. Well, that's gonna be it for the Saucy Swimmer. I just slung my Saucy Swimmer off into the woods there. I'm not gonna retie one right now because I do want to try these other baits before I do that. So we're gonna try some of these other baits first. And if they're not working, we'll put the Saucy Swimmer on. We know I missed 2 fish and I caught 1 fish on the Saucy Swimmer. So we know that's what's working right now. But We're gonna, I'm gonna try this other stuff, and then we're gonna see how much I can mess up some more. So I don't really want to get away from that, about that same size. So I'm going right back with this little H2O Express. I know it's probably moving all in front of the camera. This little H2O Express bluegill or sun perch. We're gonna try that for a little while. Only difference is this is got treble hooks on it, whereas the other one only had, it was a single hook. But we're gonna give it a shot. Beautiful 180, baby. Out here for little fish though. I'm out here trying to get this swim bait bite. Swim baits have always been something I wanted to work on because I know when applied properly, they can be extremely useful and catch a lot of big fish. Now, I will say my pond throwing swim baits are downsized. I do have some bigger ones. As you guys saw earlier, I actually have the bull shooter back there right now. And the real reason I bought that out is because I need practice with it. And oh man, I just had a fish chase this right up to the edge of the kayak. Right up to the edge of the kayak. I was reeling in and talking and I wasn't paying attention. He followed all the way up to the edge. Huh. Maybe I'll start giving it a little pause. Because if they're chasing and I pause it, they might be more willing to bite it. We know what we were doing damage on. It's a saucy swimmer. I'm not entirely dedicated to going back to that yet, because today's more of a day of practice and learning and figuring things out for myself. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna practice and figure things out. Learning day. I've thrown this thing literally once since I've owned it. It's obviously as big as my face. You guys can see this. Big as my head. We only thrown it once since I've had it, so I've got to learn how to throw it if I'm going to want to use it in proper applications. To be honest, the reason I really haven't thrown it a ton is I don't think I have the proper gear for it. The heaviest rod I own is the one I have it tied on right now, and it's just a heavy action. I really think I need an extra heavy for it. I may throw it once or twice, and I honestly may not try and fuck with. Oop. Beautiful, right off the bat. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna screw with this today. We'll be back right after these messages. So for any of you that might not understand exactly what I'm doing, I'm taking, this is the 5/0 hook that I was talking about earlier with the little flashy, it's got a little spoon kind of on the back of it to give it a little shine in the water. And then it's got this little lock screw up here. So basically what you do is you want to get that bait dead center on that screw lock and push it in, and you screw your bait up onto top of it. So once you get your bait screwed up there, you're gonna come back to your backside and you're gonna expose that hook. So you want to push it through, and then on the back of this swim bait is actually a little groove for the hook to lay in. So you lay it back down in there. So now you're perfectly exposed, and then your weight is up here, and your flash is actually attached to your weight up here, and that's what gives it its weight to get it down and moving. And we're gonna get back out there with it. I think we're gonna push a few more on it if those first fish had anything, gave me any kind of idea to a pattern of what they're really doing. And there's the rain. All right, we gotta get out of here, boys. I knew it was coming. Pushed my luck for too long. Skirt. All right, you guys, we got in what I wanted to get in. I got to do a little shooting, got to play around with the swim baits. I'm glad you guys could come along. I could talk to you a little bit about them. We only ended up catching that one fish. I had a few more bites after, but I really wasn't about catching fish today. It was more about coming out here and playing around and learning some different stuff, teaching myself and bringing you guys along for the journey. I'm glad you guys could be here. You know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, hit the notification bell. Let me know what you think.